Socialist Party TD Paul Murphy and two Anti-Austerity Alliance councillors are to face charges of false imprisonment following last year's controversial water protest in Jobstown. They are among 27 people facing charges arising out of the incident in which the Taoiseach Joan Burton and her special advisor were trapped in a car for over 2 hours. Deputy Murphy has said they will fight the charges in court.
He is, in his own words, tonight in the middle of a very serious situation, but the Socialist Party TD says he intends to contest any criminal proceedings against him.
I think it's a really serious situation that people are being charged with false imprisonment because they sat down behind a car, because they slow marched in front of a car when there was at least 50 Gardaí present at the time. If people were to be convicted, well then it would mean that form of civil disobedience, which is common, has happened many times in the past, and will be very seriously criminalised. So I think it's serious, we take it very seriously, and we'll be fighting it legally and politically.
The proceedings now underway relate to this incident in Jobstown in Tala last year. The Taoiseach was attending a graduation ceremony. When she tried to leave afterwards, she and her special advisor were trapped for over 2 hours. The Labour Party leader's car was surrounded by people protesting against water charges and welfare cuts who banged on it and chanted slogans. The Gardaí began an investigation and a file was sent to the DPP, who directed that 27 people be charged.
I've 33 years doing this. I've been involved in many protests, not unlike the one we were involved in Jobstown that day, back in the day with Charlie Haughey and various others, and nothing like this ever happened.
RTE News has learned today that 3 elected representatives, the Socialist Party TD Paul Murphy and 2 Anti-Austerity Alliance councillors, Kieran Mahon and Mick Murphy, are each to face 2 counts of false imprisonment. The 3 are due to be charged under Section 15 of the Non-Fatal Offences Against the Persons Act, with falsely imprisoning Joan Burton and her advisor Kieran O'Connell at Fortunestown Road in Jobstown on the 15th of November 2014.
I think most reasonable people would see it for what it is. The charges has been a complete overhype and overstatement of the events on the day. My own personal reaction is I'm angry. I'm very, very angry actually.
The 27 people due before the courts are facing over 30 charges. 13 are to be charged with false imprisonment, 14 with violent disorder and 4 with criminal damage. They include men, women and juveniles. Some are facing multiple charges.
And Paul joins me now. So what happens now, Paul?
Well, Angus, there's a process underway now, and that process is that the guards, first of all, apply to the courts for summonses to be issued. These are effectively the charge sheets. The courts then send those summons sheets back to the Gardaí, and then it's up to the Gardaí to serve them on the people who the DPP has directed should be charged. We expect those summonses to be issued at some stage, perhaps early next week, and then when the Gardaí serve them, and depending on the date that people have to appear in court, they will then appear in court to face those charges. Now, the DPP has directed that the 27 people face charges on indictment, which means that the cases will be heard before the higher circuit criminal court, where the penalties are more severe. But the first appearance will be before a district court. That's where those accused will first present themselves, and then the courts will take their course.
Paul, thank you.